Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to present you a new technology, or I would say a new business case. If you want to venture into food production, food and beverage production, the product is called kombucha. This kombucha is a nothing but a fermented teas made from flowers or normal teas and some sugary fruit juices also. This is a very upcoming drink which is being accepted as a health drink across the globe. And in India, the demand is also picking up. Plus, internationally, the demand has already picked up. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to present you the entire process, how the kombucha is being made, and how we at Advancedness can help you to develop that entire technology for yourself, and so you can do the marketing of this very upcoming product. Thank you.
We are going to discuss about Project Kombucha. And I'm actually taking a minimum guess of viability of the project at 1000 liters per day manufacturing, although you can take it up as much as you want. So 1000 liter per day is a good bet to start with the Project Kombucha with a very small amount of investment so that you can move into the beverage industry business and which is actually growing. To start with, first of all, I want to give you an introduction of my company, which is Advanced Engineers. We have got over 15 years of experience in the process automation, primarily into the F&B and pharma sector. We have worked with almost each and every company which is in F&B and pharmaceutical productions. We are basically an EPC company. We actually start with the designing part, the supply part, installation, and validation of the entire process system. So what we do is, nutshell, we actually help you to invest your money for a plant. So what we can do is we can design it and you procure it and install it on yourself. We can help you to procure it. We can help you to procure it, install it, and hand it over. We can also help you to do the validation also. So whichever part you want us to be involved, we can be part of your journey to being a F&B manufacturer for kombucha. We are a top 10 system integrators in the country, particularly for the PLC and automation and IoT for the smart utilities. This is our credentials. You can know about our company by visiting our websites, advance-engineers.com. It's a very simple name. So Advanced Engineers India Private Limited is a well-known company in the field of process instrumentation and automation. And we have worked with almost every big Fortune 500 company who is into F&B and pharma. We have worked with all the Indian Maharatnas like ISL, HPCL, and BPCL also. So we have a good name and a reputation with all these companies. So you can check out Google, you can check out our own websites so to check our credentials. So not to waste your time, we are just moving further. Now, what is a kombucha? This is a new drink actually. So a lot of people, you might have seen this drink if you have been traveling abroad or you have been visiting some good high-end cafes. Kombucha is being served nowadays to the users. So technically, it is nothing. It's a fermented tea beverages. So you can have the teas made up of standard tea that we have the Indian tea. We can have flavored teas also. So they are there. So what happens is we actually use those teas. So organic teas are there. So kombucha is nothing. It's a fermented tea option. So we add some bacteria and yeast to it so that that culture actually grows and the kombucha is actually made. So it's a fermented drink. The ingredients are basic organic tea. So you can have green tea, black tea. You can have edible flowers. So there are any kind of edible flowers that you can add to this. Plus, we have a special culture of bacteria and yeast, which also gets added to this, and the fermentation process happens. Now, the feature is very, very simple that it's very lightly carbonated. It is not like any cold drink where you have got too much of gas. It has very small CO2 in there. And that CO2 is not formed from outside. That CO2 is actually getting generated because of the fermentation process. It has got little tangy flavor. It is available in different flavors based on the kind of the flowers that you want to use. You can have that if hibiscus, rose, butterfly pea, anything that you want to, you can just do that. Next is, what are the health benefits? This is something which is very important. We need to understand that the beverage industry is concentrated with lot of drinks. So we have got normal sugary drinks, we have got healthy drinks, we have got low cost, low calorie drinks. So there are the multiple drinks which are available in there. So they are competing against for the shelf life. What makes kombucha different from any other drinks is basically, first, it's a probiotic. So you can actually drink it at any point of time. So it actually helps for your gut health. It helps you in your digestion. So it can be taken as a standard drink. It has got high level of antioxidants. So once you have those antioxidants from the green teas and the florals, it is very, very beneficial for the health. So you talk to any health consultant, they will tell you that antioxidants are a must for your body. It actually helps in the detoxification of your body. So it helps your liver functions. It supports your immune system. The benefits of the tea is already there. The benefit of the fermented product is also there. So the bacteria is actually helping you to detoxify also very well. it is come from all the organic products. So you have got vitamins and enzymes, and all these are natural. We don't add anything into this. So you are not. So these are the naturally occurring, naturally developing vitamins and enzymes in the product that you can have. Low in sugar. This is very, very important because sometimes people are selling kombucha as a zero sugar product. Technically, any kind of fermentation needs a sugar. So if you see, I have put it over there after the fermentation. So most of the products which are having some kind of a natural sugar into it. So once we start fermentation, because the fermentation process needs that sugar, the bacteria needs that sugar, but it actually gets converted. So the drinks remains, it takes that health, but the sugar component goes low. So you will find the kombucha is very, very low in sugar. It can never be zero sugar because there are the fat diet people call it as zero sugar, not at all. Sugar will be there based on the kind of the fermentation that you keep on doing it, but it's very, very low in sugar. So technically, it's considered a healthy because there is no added sugar. It's just the sugar which is naturally coming up from the fruits or juices or anything that you have. Now, consumer perception is very, very important for this because as the high end people who are actually going to the cafes, who are having their pizzas, burgers, sandwiches, and all that. So, normally in these cafes, you are actually serving standard cold drinks. So, it can be Coke, Pepsi, Zero Coke, Coke, Diet, Pepsi, and all those things are there. But kombucha has got its own place. This is a product when you travel to Europe, you go to US, all these developed countries. Nowadays, they have started to serve kombucha. It is also available in the supermarkets. So it's considered as a healthy functional beverage. So most of the urban users who are actually going to the cafes to have their foods like burgers, sandwiches, pizzas, and all that. So all these joints are actually serving kombucha. All the families who are enjoying these kind of products, even at home, they actually stock on kombucha. So there is a clear cut understanding in the people's mind that kombucha is a healthy drink, and definitely it's far more healthier than any kind of the carbonated drinks which are currently available in the market. Moving further, this is very important that the business benefit of kombucha, we need to understand that. First of all, the global market is actually growing by 14% CAGR. So 14% CAGR, there are very, very few market segments which are growing by this level. And it is going to reach to $9 to $10 billion by 2028. This is the estimate. I can tell you it is going to reach even before that. So this is the best time to get into the kombucha business because it's growing. Second thing is it has got the premium pricing. Imagine you are launching an F&B beverage which has got not very big USPs. It's a standard USP. You put on some flavors and all those things. So regular soft drinks, it's getting saturated. It's getting messy. People are there. They are selling any kind of product. Okay. So you have got the competition from the local industry. You have got the competition from the big global giants. It's very difficult. It's a very crowded market. So when you move into the kombucha, you actually get for the premium pricing. So you get the elite customer. So the margin per bottle or the per liter that you can say can be better with using kombucha. So you can start selling kombucha instead of a regular soft drinks or the juices that you can move into this. Now differentiator is very, very important because most of the juices or also they are actually based on either the fruit pulp or some concentrates. Here, you can have the specialty flavors developed by you. You can have the basics of health positioning. You can have the local sourcing. India, we have got a different areas where the different types of the flowers, edible flowers are growing, different types of the teas are growing. So you can have a specialty flavors based on your area. You can have specific area, specific kombuchas also. And people have their roots. They appreciate the roots. So whenever you are a North Indian and you actually are making the product, say, in the hills of Himalayas, so it's entirely a different ballgame. As soon as you move into South India, it's a different ballgame. So you can actually position your product with the different specialty flavors, different health positioning based on the local sourcing. So the kind of the connect that your audience or the buyers are going to have with that is very, very big. So that product differentiation you can bring in kombucha. Repeat buy rate is very, very important. We don't let our kids to drink Coke, Pepsi, and all that. It is not that they are very harmful. The point is that the perception in the market is that they are very sugary. We don't want to go to the sugary products. We don't want their habit forming kind of products also. But with kombucha, you will see the people are loyal towards the kombucha. They love to buy those. You will be getting those repeat purchasing coming there. And this product is going to be recommended by a lot of health conscious people. Your health consultants are going to you can collaborate with them. You can actually collaborate with lots and lots of agencies, lot of NGOs, so many schools and colleges. You can give this as award. So there are different avenues where the normal beverage segments cannot enter. Most of the schools actually ban entry of all the cold drinks and everything to their school premises or college premises. But here, kombucha is one thing which can be accepted. You just have to change the perception. Scalability is very easy because what we do at Advanced is we actually give you a fully automated system. So today, if you are entering the market and you want to make, as I said in the beginning, 1,000 liters per day. So if you are making 1,000 liter per day kombucha today, and I wish that your business immediately grows, you get a very good traction from the market, and you want to move it to 10,000 liters per day, we can get you within 3 months. The whole process, whatever the recipe you have made for 1,000 liters, they can be upgraded to 10,000 liters per day just in 3 months' time. So you don't have to worry about the machinery, automation, everything remains with us because we will create the recipe for you and the recipe can be replicated. So you can you can work out on a scalability very, and you will have your own uniqueness. It is not that somebody will just copy your formula and start using. It's your uniqueness. You create your recipe, then recipe can be scaled up as per your need. Brand value is very, very important because kombucha is still a very, very new product. So we don't have very big brands over there. So whatever you start creating and that mind perception goes to the mind of the people, automatically the brand value. So this is the right time that you start launching your own product. As soon as you have launched your product, you will be able to see that the brand value is catching up with the audience. So these are the business benefit of the kombucha. So I'm just showing some international sales prospect, how it is. So it's very, very fast moving up in North America, Europe, Australia, and Japan. These are the countries which are actually starting to move towards the health conscious products. So you will find this is one segment where it is in. Now, it is also available direct to cafes. So you can sell it through cafes, you can sell it to supermarkets. So, as I said in the beginning, if you want to start small, you want to have like 1,000 liters per day, you can start with the local areas cafes, then you can start with the supermarkets, you can also move it. So this is one area you should not be worried about just online part, because most of the beverages are also sold online. Here you don't have to worry about it. You can sell it offline as per your need, as per your area, your specialty, but you can always move it as soon as, because sometimes what happens is the online market is again getting crowded. The platforms are having their own way of promoting the products, so you have to pay extra money for them to promote your product. Here you don't have to worry about it. You can work in your niche area, you can work in your area. You have got a good distributor management, you have got a good control and hold, you have got good customers who are directly buying from you. You can actually sell kombucha like anything. Now, internationally, there are few players. They are there. You can just Google them. I'm just noting them. So GT's Kombucha, Health Aid, Kivita, Brew Doctor Synergy, Remedy. All these products are available in the market, but still they are not able to meet the demand. And you can just go and Google these companies and see when they started 10 years back and what are the revenues they are getting it today. And they also started very small. I can assure you they started. I worked with few of the big giants in India today. They started very small 5 years back, but today they are one of the biggest buyers. The whole point is that this is one segment where there is market demand coming up. And as soon as the market demand picks up, and I can tell you within 5 years, the demand is going to exceed any kind of the beverage market available in the in India or internationally. So this is the right time you can think about it. As I said, why I have shown you slide of international sales prospect is because India is very globally placed. The product of India is acceptable across the globe. We have the good quality. We have got the good trust. We are politically very aligned with all kind of spheres of the businesses. So Indian products are easily acceptable across the globe. So this is the time where you can invest in the manufacturing in India, but you can export across the globe wherever you want to do. Moving ahead, international sales is not my pitch. This is just a business pitch. I wanted to show you the international sales, but I want you to see how the Indian market looks. Now, looking at Indian market, if you see few of the brands like Nature's Bakery, Food Hall, even Amazon also, the premium retail segment has grown up like anything in last 10 years. Most of the metros, even the tier 2 cities are also having their supermarkets where they are asking for good quality product. Even the wellness cafes, 10 years down the line, we never heard of the wellness cafe. We used to have the wellness cafes in Europe, in the North American market. We never had very big wellness cafes in cities like Chandigarh. Now we have got, every market is having a very good wellness cafe. Local brands are already, they have started, but they are not very big. Understand that. We have Bambucha, we have Boreka, we have got Wildberry Organics. Mountain Tribe is one of the big names which are coming up. But still, there's too much of market. You go to a premium cafe, you will find not all these brand, but you might be finding a local guy just selling 200 or 300 bottles per day. So the people are investing their money into that. That's a homegrown brand that people are putting in. But India has got a demand and need of this. Now, why this driver, if we talk about the market has grown, first of all, is after the COVID, people have started to work on their health. People want to have a healthy living. They have got a better understanding of health fitnesses requirements because everything starts from the gut. Whatever you eat, actually, it starts from there. So if you eat unhealthy, obviously you will stay unhealthy. But this is one product because everyone travels, everyone goes to the meetings, and in the meetings, what we have? We have coffee, we have tea, we have juices, we have cold drink. This is what we have in our meetings. But normally, there is a limit to have everything. So this is one of the areas where we can actually focus on, and we can actually get some business over there. Now, talking about Indian government requirements. In India, it actually covers fermented functional drinks in Fasai, and they are actually being promoted by the Ayush department also. So what you will see is that people are actually this kind of products are being supported by the government also. So Fasai license is not a very big deal. We just have to follow some formalities which are there definitely because it's being a product of food and beverage. We have to follow those, but they are not very harsh, very easy to achieve. We will help you to achieve those things there. Now, talking about India, we have a potential of 20 to 30%. This is a very conservative estimate I'm giving you because 20 to 30% is a total kombucha premium drinks which are going to pick up. But today, if you are in a tier 2 city, if you are in a tier 3 city and you start small, you will see not 20 to 30%. In a year, you might be getting 100 to 200% of the growth coming up. I can assure you, if you put 1,000 liters per day plant, you will be needing at least 5,000 to 6,000 liters per day plant within 2 years. So this is the potential that we are looking at because currently there is nobody there. So slowly to start working, you will see you will be getting that kind of things. Now, first of all, why you have to invest? This is one pitch which I always give it to the investors is first of all, early mover advantage. Currently, all the segments of kombucha, either in India or internationally, are very, very underdeveloped. They are not very big companies. You will not find big companies still investing into it. The whole thing is the big companies, the beverage companies, they have got their another different market. They will be coming into the kombucha segment soon, I can tell you. They will be coming. But their main bread and butter is basically some other product. So they are still not putting into their money into this. But they will definitely be coming. But early mover advantage is always there. You start early, you get that advantage, take out that profit. Slowly, slowly, this market is also going to be crowded. Don't worry. It's going to happen today. But today, you just go for the early mover advantage. You can do that. Second is, this is also going to, if you are an existing beverage manufacturer or if you are already, so diversification is very easy. Here you can have multiple options of diversification of the kombucha itself. May varieties also there that you can do that. Then it's sustainable. It's very, very sustainable because the water that you are using will be very, very pure water and that you are actually giving to this. So total automated plant has got a low cost per unit manufacturing. Plus, it is also going to help you to scale up very fast. So future expansions are also very, very fast in this. Now, growth potential, I've already said, Indian floral brands can actually get you global premiums. Indian floral market is growing by leaps and bounds. Now, these florals are the edible flowers, not only for kombucha, they are used for hundreds of the herbal products and everything else. But the point is, as soon as you start using it for your kombucha, the Indian floral products are being accepted and your kombucha will also be international. We at Advanced Engineers, we are going to provide you end-to-end support. End-to-end means starting with the project report, starting with the submission of the documentation, starting with the procurement process, starting with the installation process, starting with the handover, plus post handover support. If you want from us, we can do that, plus the compliance part and everything, we do it for you. So this is the right time that you think about it, how and why investing into kombucha manufacturing makes sense today. So this is my pitch for this. Now what happens is, this is a simple presentation. If you want further details, you can always get in touch with me. My name is Manmeet Singh Bhatti. You can just Google me and you can find me out, but I will be giving my contacts in the end also. This is a small process overview, how the process is going to work. So I have already spoken about kombucha market trends, how it is going to help you out. So these are the process steps which I want to tell you. So some people actually want to know how kombucha is being made. So First thing starts with water treatment. So you have a raw water coming up, you treat the water using RO, any kind of process. Nowadays, we also provide you a know how to use atmospheric water generation. So you use a unit instead of getting water from outside municipality, borewell or anything. If you are very, very interested for a product where you are not dependent on the water coming from municipality, or you actually can put atmospheric water generator. What it is going to do is it is going to get the water directly from the atmosphere. So no pipeline connections, and it's a purest form of the water. You don't need any ROs. Although FSI requirements say that we should be treating it with UP and we should be putting some filters over there just for the physical sedimentation in case something comes into this. These are the only two things there. But this water is technically coming free for you. Next 20 years, this water is actually going to come free of cost. There is no water connection, nothing else. So this is one area that you can add on. Then the tea preparation is there. Definitely, when this water is being used, you have to create a tea. You have to add some sugar. In case your product that you are using is not having any sugar, you need to add some sugar, because that fermentation process is not going to work fine in case you don't have any sugar in the tea preparation. So you have that, we cool it, then the primary fermentation process happens. So the sugar, the fermentation happens, and we keep on testing that fermentation. So the level of what kind of the acidity is over there, we look at. Then we add the flavors into this. So there are the two types of, either you use the original proper organic flavors in the beginning and use it, and then you don't add any flavors. That is one. And sometimes what happens is you use the standard natural flowers, and then you add flavors over there in the end. So it's up to you how you want to define your product. So both ways are okay with that. Sometimes people add some fruit juice instead of the sugar addition. That is also one smart way of working. So you add the natural sugar and of the fruits, and the flavor is actually very big enhanced at the time. You don't need to add any flavor there. Then we have got the secondary fermentation, where the major fermentation process comes, where the carbonation also happens. So there is a fizz in this particular drink. So that actually come from this carbonation, secondary fermentation. Pasteurization is required if you are not supplying to the local market. You want some transportation is to be done. So lot of health authorities, for a better shelf life, people go for the pasteurization. It is depends on you how you want to position product. Just a standard pasteurization vessel is required. So just pasteurize and you can do the packaging. Then you need to do the bottling and packaging, and then some storage. So this is a very simple step. So treatment of water, tea preparation, sugar addition, fermentation, some kind of a flavor addition, pasteurization, and packing. That's it. Not a big machinery, very simple to do, and you can use it. Not very high level of operators are required. You can just simply, with very few operators, you can do that. Equipments what are there which are to be used is, first of all, you need fermenters. Definitely we need the brew kettle, so fermentation vessels are required. Then we add the brew kettles. A little bit of boiler is there, depends on the kind of the capacity that you are using. So the steam is required basically for heating purposes. So you can have a boiler also, or you can have other products also which come there. We need the mixers and blenders. We need a bottling line, RO water plant in case you are getting the water from the borewell, or in case you are using atmospheric water generator, you don't need a RO water plant, you need the atmospheric water. Baby boiler is there. Diesel generator, definitely in India, still there is a challenge of power supplies. So in case you are staying in a remote area, so you need a diesel generator, and one air compressor also is required for the industry requirement. So these are the major equipment utilities. Apart from that, you obviously need a building as per the clean room standards. That is important. Raw material suppliers, what you need is basically you need different types of tea, you need sugar, you need edible flowers, you need the bacteria and yeast, you need some bottles. So it depends. You want glass based packaging or you want a can based packaging. So it depends. But to begin with, I would always say start with the bottle, because bottles are easier to handle and they can be recycled. And the cans are also easy to handle, they can be recycled. But the problem is that putting up a can filling machine is costly, and sometimes it is also a deterrent that you are not ready to install a can filling machine because of the cost, because of the maintenance issues. It's always recommended that once you have a 10,000 bottles per day packaging coming up, then move in for can based bottling also. So it can be done at any point of time. So I would recommend for bottles to start with. So these are the raw material that we have. Compliances that we need are basically FSI compliances there, and plus in India we have got local factory approvals, pollution control, fire and safety, food and safety audits are being done. So these are there. We will help you to meet all those standards. The documentation part, the approval parts, the local lining part will be helping you to that anywhere in India. And quality control. These are the major parameters, but these parameters will keep on changing based on the kind of the authority who is going to do that. But this is what is tentatively required. We need pH, TDS, bricks control, alcohol control, microbial safety, and CAP, because it's a fermentation process. So we have to very, very clear about that. We are not manufacturing any alcohol over here. This product is kombucha. It's non-alcoholic beverage. Okay. As soon as in India, there is a challenge that if the product actually moves from non-alcoholic to alcoholic, you need to go for the excise licenses. So the approval process automatically changes. So here we are just testing it for that, and just for your safety. But this process can also be used for alcohol manufacturing also, in case you want, because the fermentation process remains the same. You can go for wine manufacturing, anything. So that is a separate part. We'll discuss it in a different way when we are actually talking about the wine manufacturing machinery. Currently, we are only having our discussions up to the level of kombucha manufacturing. So this is what we have. Project timeline. Normally, if you start discuss project, will be delivered to you within 8 to 10 months. On a safer side, take it 1 year. It starts with design, engineering, procurement, installing, commissioning, and handover. Everything together, maximum 8 to 10 months. We can do it even better, even startup also, if we have got a proper fund flow and everything clear. So maybe we can get you in within 5 to 6 months also. But to be on a safer side, I will say 8 to 10 months is a very genuine project timeline, because there are a lot of approvals coming up. So those approvals, sometimes they take 30 days, 1 month, 1.5 months for that to start the production. So this is a safer side, but yes, we can do it in 6 months also, in case you are very short of time. Thank you for your time. My name is Manmeet Singh Bhatti. My company name is Advanced Engineers India Private Limited. My numbers and email IDs are actually shown on the screen. And I would request you that you please, please, please call me in case you are interested to know more about how the kombucha is being manufactured and how we can help you to start the manufacturing over there. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. And